What's up, bitch, nigger, faggot, dick, rapist, whole pussy clit, have a fucking lemon sandwich on top of my anus? It's that guy Thirst. Let's talk about some goddamn DmC. Yes, finally, I am going to address this fucking game. If you love this game, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a dick if you love the game. If you hate the game, it doesn't fucking matter because I don't give a dick if you hate the game. But you need to understand something. You need to understand something right now. My dick is fat. Now let's get to the point of this video. First, let's address the DLC costumes. Did you buy it? Well, I bought it. I bought the shit out of those fucking costumes because I've been saying from the door I hate his fucking character model. So, let me just to give you a little story. I started playing DmC and I got to mission 7 and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I fucking hate his fucking character model. I hate it. So just like Lupasan said, Capcom released a shut the fuck up costume pack so that everybody can shut the fuck up and actually play the game and make money in the process. Which normally I'd have a problem with, but it was actually a very smart idea because I'm pretty sure that shit sold. As many people bought the fucking game, they bought that goddamn costume. I know I did. So anyway, so I waited before I made this video. I waited and waited and waited because I knew that there was gonna be a way to get the fucking classic Dante costume. So I just waited, and I didn't want. I just wanted to make sure it was unlockable or if it was gonna be DLC. So I waited a while. That's why this is taking so long. But I waited a while and I saw that it was DLC rather than actual an unlockable. So when the unlockable came, when the DLC came out, I bought the shit out of it, and I bought it and I beat the fucking game. I went from mission 7 to whatever the last mission is, all in one fucking day, because I was just so much happier with the new costume. Now, let's have the truth behind this game. The gameplay mechanics are flawless, but I feel like I'm spoiled because of how easy it is. The only difficulty is when they put like a red monster and a blue monster, well, a hell monster and a heaven monster. That's the only time the game gets difficult. Other than that, the game is not difficult. And then if you think about it, it's not difficult when they put those type of monsters because now you just have to actually play rather than derp out on the buttons. So there's really no difficulty to the game. Like, my roommate beat the game, like, he beat every difficulty in like the course of 3 days, which is ridiculous. Because I feel like if I played Ninja Gaiden on the hardest difficulties, it wouldn't take 3 days to beat. So even if everybody's one hit, or even if you and everybody's one hit, or if you're one hit and everybody else isn't, I don't see it being able to be beat in the course of a couple of days. But anyway, character models aside, the visuals are fucking amazing. Like, how could you not like these visuals? Now, I don't want anybody to think, oh, he's just sucking off DmC, he's just doing this, or he's just doing that. I assure you I'm not, because I honestly feel like Rising is going to be 100% better. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to let you know how I feel about the game. So, the visuals and the boss battles are amazing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I like when shit is like blowing up and fucking, like the part, spoiler by the way if you didn't play it, there's a part when you get to the end of the game where you have to, like, the world is like crumbling and shit and you gotta make your way through the world. Like, I actually wish that was longer because of how awesome it was. Like, I wanted to die because not when you die, but when you fall, you start back from the beginning of that part. I wanted to die just so I could fucking start back from that point and keep going, because that's how good that fucking part was. But anyway, the bosses are sick. The graphics are amazing, you know. Now, what a lot of people don't get is that, yes, this is a reboot. It is a reboot. And I was very offended by Dante's character model. I'm still pretty offended by his character model. I will never take that back. But you gotta give credit when credit is due. It's not a bad game. And if the game was called something else, you would love it. And the reason why I feel this way about it is because when I downloaded that costume, I had a lot of fun playing DmC when I downloaded the costume. It just shows you how simple-minded I was being. Like, I thought I was being open-minded about the game until I got the fucking costume pack. Once I got the costume pack, then I was like, oh, this shit ain't that bad. This game's alright, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, just let me give you the bad before we start praising the game out of its ass. The bad is the story is fucking ass. Like, the story is fucking garbage. Like, I feel like downloading that costume pack, we just took the old Dante and put him in a shit world, and he was like, what the fuck is going on here? Cause like, the story is horrendous. Like, I hate it. It's so bad. Like, that was one of the reasons why I couldn't sit through the game, is because of how bad the fucking story was. But and then the game does get really choppy. Like, there was times where I'd be watching a character be somewhere else, and then they'll like twitch to a different part of this fucking game, and I really didn't understand what the fuck was going on because of how choppy the damn game was. But the story itself was just fucking garbage. Like, I'm a story buff and I need stories, but that shit was fucking trash, and I wouldn't wish that type of story on any character, even if it was a new game and it was called something else and it wasn't called DmC. Now, again, a lot of people were like, oh, I can't stand the character model. Yeah, it is a reboot, so people don't understand that the story is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? My problem was not that the story was different. Is one, the character model was so fucking bad and it looked like him. If you look at my old video, I was mad because the character model looked like the creator of the game. Two, I know the story is not going to be exact. Which, if you look at Tomb Raider is a reboot, and it's going to be amazing. Like, you look at it and you're like, holy shit, she doesn't look like nothing. She doesn't look like Lara Croft, and the story isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like it's going to be really fucking good. So it's like, people need to understand and chill the fuck out that yes, this is a reboot, so you can't be all that upset. The only reason why I'm mainly upset is all the stabs that he's giving at the fans, and like the wig scene and all this other bullshit. All the stabs he's given, and how much he said he didn't give a fuck about us and all this other shit, but then he caved and gave in. He gave in and fucking made the DLC for the classic Dante. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that was my issue with him. Don't say fuck the fans, because we're the ones who's gonna buy it. Now you see with Tomb Raider, nobody's mad about the new Lara Croft, nobody's mad about the story direction, nobody's mad about the graphics, and nobody is saying fuck the fans over at whoever's making the game. Is it Crystal Dynamics or Eidos? I fucking can't remember. I gotta look back on it. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to let those guys know that you need to chill out. It is a reboot, so it is gonna be a lot different, you know, but I don't like the new direction. I do like the gameplay, but the gameplay is too simplistic to the point where I played Bayonetta right after, and it was like the hardest fucking game of my life. I don't understand why it was so hard. I just really just understand it. And even Rising is doing something along the lines of being easy, because they like, their eyes flash or whatever when they're about to hit you, so you know exactly when to parry. Like, I wish they would take all the easy shit out and just leave it to being a hard game, you know, because like Bayonetta, from what I've seen when I went back to it, there was no indication of when the enemy is going to strike. You just need to be looking, you know, and the game is so fast-paced. Like, you really don't see how fast-paced Bayonetta is until you play the new DmC. Like, if you think DmC is fast-paced, you're highly mistaken, because there's games out there that's a lot faster and play a lot better, you know, but it doesn't mean that the game was bad, because anybody can pick it up. Like, my 3-year-old son can pick up the game and probably do stylish fucking combos and look like he's a pro at the game, because that's how easy this shit is. That's another one of the issues that I have, how easy the game is and how accessible it is to get in. That's just me. I have a love for the difficulty, you know. Like, Rising feels like it's gonna be harder, but the fact that you can see their eyes glowing is just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of bothering, because now I know when you're gonna hit me. I can just wait. I don't need to be attacking you. I can just wait until you fucking attack and then parry you and then body your shit for free. But I feel like in the harder levels, maybe they may take out that little eye shit, and you're not gonna know when they're attacking. And you know, if that's the case, then fine. You know, I'll just play it on the harder difficulties. But I don't know. DmC was just too easy for me. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it I'd say a solid 7. The reason why, I know everybody else is giving it a 7 as well, but the reason why I'm gonna say a 7 is because I'm taking the pros with the cons. The cons being, I hate the character model. So even if the game was called something else, I would have hated his fucking character model. I hate the story. Even if the game was called something else, I would have hated the story. Because I'm not mad about how the story is different from the original DMC. I'm just mad at how bad the fucking story is. And I'm mad about how choppy and how easy the game is. But the pros are, it's fun. You know, it keeps you involved, and they gave you that classic Dante DMC DLC. So the game is not bad. I would say rent it because I'm probably never gonna play it again after I beat it. And it's not like I'm gonna go back into my collection and go, oh, I remember when this game came out, it was so fucking good. It's not gonna be one of those situations. So I'm never gonna go back and play it again. So I would say just rent it. I wouldn't go and buy it because it's not worth it to me. It's only like maybe, I guess, 6 hours worth of gameplay. Like, I beat the game really fast, and like I said, the difficulty doesn't really get bumped. They just put the harder enemies, you know, earlier in the game, and you know, you just gotta don't derp out on the buttons. You just gotta play a little bit smarter. Like, that's it. It's not really hard. Like when you play on normal, you can just slap buttons and fucking go through the game. But if you play it on hard, you can't slap buttons. You have to think about what buttons you want to slap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just me though. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and that's it. That's my thoughts. Love your ass. Tickle my ass with your tongue. I love that rough cat tongue, baby. Put it in my ass. Love your ass, baby. Spider-Man on my dick, girl. Peace.